I see the boys when they're hanging out. Habibi, it's all fake from top to bottom. It's dog eat dog world. Wallahi, when one of them gets shot, when one of them gets knocked, you see the excitement in their eyes. Everyone rocks up to the funeral, brothers. But I'm telling you, most of them, especially when a heavy gets knocked in the area, Habibi, you know why? Whenever there's a heavy in the area, and he's a standover man, usually what happens is, there's a lot of people that want to grow, but they can't grow. Why? Because he's there. And the only way for them to grow and for them to prosper and for them to reach the levels that they want, he needs to go. But you can't knock him. Why? Because, whatever it is, I don't want to talk too much because I don't want the brothers to assume I'm speaking about particular families, And I hate that. Don't accuse me of that. But that's their way, that's their system. So you think that these boys care about you, but as soon as you're knocked, you have no idea what doors he opens for them behind closed doors. You have no idea. Yeah, he comes to your janazah, he acts like he cares, he's all upset, and brother, please let me know. But who he deep down, finally now I can grow and now I can expand. Do you think that's family? Do you think that's family, my brother, my sister? When you make more money than him, he's filthy. When you make a move, when you have a contact, it's all about where's he going, what's he doing. Dog eat dog world, cutthroat world. Is this the life you want? You think that these people are friends? My brother, do you honestly think that these people are friends? I used to say to the boys, when you're growing up, you look up to this stuff, and you hear about, oh, did you hear this guy got charged, he's doing time in Habas. Look how shaitan, he glorifies every aspect of their life. Habibi, when was going to jail ever an honorable thing? When? Just explain to me, when was you being in jail? Unless you're in jail for the sake of Allah, genuine for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you've been thrown into jail because you were uplifting the deen, you were standing for La ilaha illallah, then and only then you being in jail is an honorable thing. But other than that, when has there ever been a situation where someone in jail is a glorified thing? When? Now, and look at the way it works. The first time you ever go to prison, you feel like the biggest antar, brother. And look, just the way we talk about it. I knew a brother that did, I don't know how many years. Like we used to go to school and then he did, I don't know how many years, then he came out. Just, the whole attitude, yeah, it burns my soul, bro. Don't khayye. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. And Shu brother, how you been? And wallah brother, I just got out of Habas, So what does that mean, yani? I know that you just got out of Habas. Yeah, brother, what I mean? I did. And then he comes to Atlu, wallahi akhi, I don't care why you're in Habas. The truth is, you either probably, see, if I talk, then you're going to assume I'm talking about other people, you know what I mean? No, wallahi, I know people that went to Habas because he was stealing from the pizza man. But he's been in there for 5 years. You don't know why he's there. But I did Habas. And then you and I, man. Who is the shahad maha franga? And you and I here, wallahi, you and I here, I think what? That these guys in Habas, that they're all big boys and they're all, Habibi, wallahi, I've heard first-hand experiences. Some of the biggest names in the area, deep down when he's inside, wallahi, they cry their nights. Wallahi, they've become junkies inside. Why? He can't bear with it. Habibi, it's all image. So you go to Habas? Honestly, my brothers, please, do you remember your first prison visit? Does anyone here remember their first prison visit? I remember the first time I ever went to visit someone in Habas. Like I was on cloud 9. I felt like Tony Montana, Habibi. Why? Because I was pretty much a good boy. Like, crime was never my thing. We're going to Habas, man. We're going to see what it's like inside. Wallahi, even my persona, like as soon as I got to I don't have dramas with anyone. I got to the Habas. Habibi, relax. Man, you've come to visit someone. Yeah, but brother, you know I'm visiting? And I remember, our first prison visit, it was the sickest thing in the world, bro. My first Habas visit. Now when he told me Habas visit, Ya Allah, run for your life, run. Why? No one's interested, Habibi. That's the truth of your life. You got a Habas, your mates will come visit you for what? First month, 2 months, Habibi, 1 year, and then what? You know who you're left with? Do you know who you're left with? You're left with those who you sold for that rubbish. Your mother and your father. The one who now, brother, I don't have time for my old man. I fritni sarani this bloke, bro. Now fritni. Now I don't have time for him. But you go, Habibi, you go. Go to prison and see who really cares about you. Go to prison and see who stands by your side. Wallahi, my brothers, in this life, that life, the only people you will ever hurt are those that really care about you the most. And the people that pay the biggest price for your stupidity are those that care for you the most. Your boys will help you out for the first 2-3 months. They'll put money in your buy-up and this, that, and the other. And then at the end you think, sure, bro, threatening, man. I don't have time for him, brother. And that's the truth. And then who's left there every single Saturday and Sunday? Speak up, bro, speak up. Who goes to these prison visits? Who's left? Ali and Ahmad and Muhammad. And she's standing there, bro, an old lady that's had to drive for 3 hours. 3 hours she's driving and standing there and go through one checkpoint and another checkpoint and have some guy frisk her and touch her and all this because you thought you were a bad boy on the streets. All this because, brother, now I'm in Habas Khayye. Every week she never fails you. Where's your boys? Where? Wallahi, I know of mothers. They save their pension money, brother, pension money. She's supposed to be retiring, enjoying her life. Khalas, I'm living out the rest of my days. She saves her pension money. Why? So that she can put it in his buy-up. So that he can buy his tuna and his bread and the rice or whatever he needs, his basic needs. We were supposed to be growing up to help them in their old age. And that's half the problem. Wallahi, that's half the problem. The brother's mother and father have been coming to visit him for 5 years. Tell him, brother, what do you want to do when you get out of Habas? Brother, when you get out of Habas, you've been there for 5 years, your mum's been coming every single week. What do you plan on doing? Do you think it's, brother, I can't wait to run home and kiss my mum's feet and thank her for coming? What do you want to do, brother, when you get out of Habas? Am I allowed to speak the truth or do we want all sugar-coated? He's either going to a brothel, that's really, he's either going to go to a brothel or he's going to go with the boys and rack up and smoke up. And is this your life? He'll do 5 years of Habas. His mum and dad didn't leave him the blink of an eye. Then when he gets out, instead of thanking them and coming home and repenting and changing his way, what does he choose? And that's the life that we glorify. That's the life that we look up to. That's the life that all of the young brothers here now, Far, man, far. Look at this, look at that. Wallahi, my brothers and my sisters, wallahi, this life is rubbish. By Allah, this life, it's rubbish and it's destruction. And wallahi, if you choose this life, you will have the fate of Fir'aun and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring you down to the ground. Because the only honor, the only success, the only happiness, the only azzah you will ever have in this life is the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Anything else will destroy you. What's so honorable about that life? What? Look at what comes along with it. You know, it's not just a life, it's a whole, Habibi, it's a complete set, it's a complete system. You got to walk a particular way, you have to dress a particular way, you got to wear particular brands. And shaitan always comes to you and he starts it off nice and cute, And here comes the part where I know some may get offended. But wallahi, I'm mentioning this for the sake of Allah. And wallahi, my brothers, I'm not speaking about the brother that's repented and changed. You know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives all sins in dunya. You know? But I see young brothers he's aspiring to do. You know, I see them. 13, 14. You know what his dream and his ambition is? It's to get a tat. Habibi, Inta, what do you want this for? Why? Habibi, just tell me, what do you want it for? You know why he wants it deep down. Wallahi, I've sat in gatherings with brothers, beards like this, and we talk. Brother, you know if tats weren't haram, wallah, I'll get this and I'll get that and I'll have this and I'll have that. What's that mean? Wallahi, that's a sign of how much we love it. And it starts off cute. How does it usually start? How does it usually start, tats? His mum's name. It's my sister's name. Ya khalli, تقبشني انت تقبشني ده. تقبشني انت يا حبيب قلبي انت. Some of them are different. Allah. Ya habibi طال غيابك أنا Soldier of Allah. Only God can judge me, brother. Habibi, wallah, he's gonna judge you, have no doubt. And that's how it starts. Did you ever see anyone get one and call it a day? Did anyone ever get one and call it a day? Starts off with mum's name. Then who does it end with, man? The Prophet of Allah, he says in the Sahih Hadith, the Prophet of Allah cursed. You know, the Prophet of Allah didn't curse kuffar. Very rarely ever cursed kuffar. Very rarely. Was always a man of, generally speaking, overwhelming forgiveness and letting things go and letting things slide and da'wah, you know. When Jibreel came down, when the people of Ta'if, when Jibreel came down, he says to my Prophet of Allah, with me is the angels of the mountains, and if you so wish, they will crush the two mountains over the people of Ta'if, those that stoned him and harmed him and pelted him. What did he say? He said, rather, I ask Allah that from their progeny, you know, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raises an ummah for the people of Ta'if who harmed him and stoned him. But when he came to the topic of tattoos, and yes, my sister, yes. Yes, ya Habib Alwi inti ya Ruhi, yes. For the one that plucks her eyebrows, mashallah. He's not talking about that, is he? For the sister that plucks her... No, I'm not plucking, I'm just cleaning it up. Have you heard those movies? I'm cleaning it up. The Prophet of Allah in the Sahih Hadith, he cursed. The Prophet of Allah, he cursed the one that plucks and the one that does the plucking. And he cursed the one that gets the tattoo and the one that does it for him. Both are cursed. But I want to ask you something. If the curse of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam is on you, what hope do you have in life? You're making dua, Ya Allah, open it upon me. And the Prophet of Allah is saying, Ya Allah, destroy them and curse them. Whose dua you think is going to be accepted? And yet we love it when a brother gets tattoo. Wallahi, all of us, our persona. Oh, look at that, man. And you know which ones I love? There's the guy who plays the humble game. And look, I got a tat, but my shirt covers it. But subhanallah, his shirt always manages to miss the few strokes that come out at the end. And look, I haven't showed you the complete tat, but I want you to know that there's something under it. And there's the brother, and look, I know personally, I know many brothers that got tattoos and repented and changed, and wallahi, they are the most of God, wallahi, they're the most God-fearing people that I know. Some of the most God-fearing. Please, let's be clear. I'm not speaking about the brother who's pulled up. And some brothers genuinely back in their days got tats in particular places that they can't hide. He really can't hide it, right? But you can see in his character that he's not proud of it. Wallahi, you could see it's in their character, it's in his demeanor, and who is not proud of it. But I still see brothers so-called religious, and he's supposed to be pulled up and beard and abaya, but he'll always manage to show a tattoo that really can be covered if he wants it covered. Why? Because we love that. We love it. Is this, wallahi my brothers, is this what we're after? Have we really left the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam for this?